Contractors ask me all the time, how do I get more customers? Well, from working with hundreds of contractors across the country, I've seen what's broken and I've seen what actually gets homeowners to say yes. And here's the truth, the old methods just don't cut it anymore. If you're still relying on referrals, lead sellers, or an outdated website, you're setting yourself up to lose to the guy down the street with a GoPro and a YouTube channel. So in this video, we're gonna break down the new system that actually works in 2025 and beyond. And here's exactly what you're gonna learn in this video. First, why homeowners don't hire the same way they used to, and why the old school advice fails in modern day. Second, the outdated strategies that are draining your time, money, and sanity. And third, the modern system that gets homeowners binging your business content, trusting your brand, and choosing you without dragging you into a price race to the bottom. So stick around, because if you get it right, you'll never have to beg a lead reseller for scraps again. So let me set the stage here a little bit. Back in the day, if you weren't in the phone book, you didn't exist. That fat yellow brick right here decided whether or not people could find you. And today, if you're not on Google or YouTube, you don't exist. That's how homeowners search. They don't flip through pages anymore. They pull out their smartphones, type a few words, and boom. Whoever shows up with trust gets the call, which brings us to what outdated and what actually works in 2025. First, let's talk about what doesn't work anymore. Word of mouth is still valuable, but it's way too slow to fuel real growth. It's like trying to fill a swimming pool with a leaky garden hose. Eventually it fills up, but not before you're sunburnt and super thirsty. Buying leads from middlemen like Home Advisor or Angie's List and Thumbtack, you're paying top dollar for leftovers. They sell the same lead to 5 or 6 different contractors, so congratulations, you just bought yourself a speed dating competition. And the homeowner, half the time, they don't even want to talk to anyone yet. That's why they ghost your calls. Page 1 of Google is jammed with ads and lead resellers pretending to be contractors. So if you're sitting on page 2 with your old Wix website from 2020, you're basically invisible. Nobody's scrolling that far. They barely scroll past lunch. So if these old methods are too slow, too expensive, or just flat out invisible, what's the modern version of word of mouth? Now listen closely, because YouTube is the new word of mouth. Homeowners don't lean over the fence and ask their neighbor anymore. They ask Google, and because Google owns YouTube, videos are the new word of mouth. Think about it. Homeowners searches kitchen remodeled near me. Who do they trust more? The faceless directory charging contractors for leads, or the contractor with 10 videos showing real projects, before and afters, and customer story? It's an easy choice. And here's the hidden power. When someone watches one video, YouTube automatically serves them more. That's built-in retargeting without you spending a dime. It's like having a sales rep that works 24/7, but doesn't need lunch breaks and never asks for a commission. It actually can pay you. And this isn't just convenient. There's a reason it works better than anything else in modern day. Now, why this works in 2025 and beyond? Because first, we're in what is called a trust recession. Homeowners are more skeptical than ever. They heard the horror stories, they've seen the cheap work, and they don't want to gamble on one of their biggest investments. Video gives them the proof they need before they ever call you or while they're already working with you. So second, video compresses that trust building process. Google found the magic formula with a study about buying behaviors. Long story short, you need 7 hours of content, 11 interactions across 4 locations. Normally that would take weeks or months. But with strategic bingeable YouTube content, a homeowner can get all of that in just a weekend. And by Monday, they're not just curious, they're actually sold. And third, YouTube does the heavy lifting. One video leads to the next like dominoes. You don't need to pour money into endless retargeting ads. Although to increase direct conversion, I still recommend it. YouTube already does this for you. And here's the kicker. If you're running ads, the system is like steroids for your business. You're not just buying clicks, you're buying binge sessions that lead to sales. Now, here's where most contractors miss the big opportunity. YouTube isn't just for new customers. YouTube is how you build your brand in your local market. Every time a homeowner searches your videos pop up, that makes you the name that they trust, the contractor they already feel like they know. And it doesn't stop there. Your past customers see your content too. That keeps you top of mind for their next project. It fuels referrals, because instead of saying, hey, call my guy, they can just send their friend your videos, and it creates repeat jobs at scale because your content keeps reselling your past clients. This isn't a one and done anymore. With YouTube, every project you film keeps paying you back over and over. And that leads to the biggest payoff of all, escaping the price race to the bottom. Now, here's the reality. If you're stuck relying on Home Advisor or Thumbtack, you're competing against 5 other contractors for the same lead. That means the only way to win is by lowering your price, which is fine for a while and just to start out, but that's, like I said, it's a race to the bottom and nobody builds a great business down there. But when you own your brand and your content system and you don't compete on price, you compete on trust. Trust is what wins higher paying jobs, fills your calendars for months out, and lets you stop working for pennies. So now you know, in 2025, 26, 27, YouTube is the new word of mouth. It builds trust, it pre-sells jobs, and it keeps your brand alive and separates you from the other contractors fighting in the discount bin. But knowing this isn't enough. The next step is building the system that makes this work for your business. So in the next video, I'll show you the exact step-by-step content strategy contractors are using to pre-sell jobs so homeowners choose you before you ever talk about price. Click here, here to check it out now.